is already recording. So if you are recording this, there's no need to do so. You can stop, and then Kevin should be the only one recording his presentation.
And I will share my slide.
Mhm.
Okay, so everybody can see my slide.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
You can see.
Yeah, thank you very much. I will present the third breakout. The title is Autonomous Vehicles in Korean 자율주행차. Actually, first I thought I will give you kind of debate today, but finally I reorganized the slides to make a presentation, so feel free to hear. These are my contents. I will introduce the definition and background and briefly about the technology and kind of issues. And finally, I will present the epilogue. Yeah, here comes the introduction. The definition of autonomous vehicle is known as an uncrewed vehicle and driverless car or self-driving car. So the autonomous vehicle capable of fulfilling the transportation capabilities of just like a regular car, and the capable of sensing its environment and navigating without a human input or assistance and help. So yeah, the below picture is image of the autonomous vehicles. And here comes some background. I researched on the website, and 10 million autonomous vehicles will hit the road the end of this year. And we can shorten the autonomous vehicle as a AVS, and AVS will generate a $7 trillion annual revenue stream by 2050. They forecast like that. And they think the widespread of adoption of AVS could lead to a 90% reduction in accident. So that is very good advantage to us. So as you can see the picture, they're kind of the concept car, but I think that's very cool. And did you guys know there are different level of autonomous vehicle? The picture shown just like 5, but there are zero level is no automatic. So they distinguish 6 different levels. And as you can see the picture, but I ready some video clips. So I think it's more easy to understand. So why don't we have a look? Just maybe it will take 3 minutes, but oh yeah. Yeah, because of the time limit, I will cut it down. And as you can see, the level 5, they don't have a handle. So I think that's not kind of the car, but just as a transportation. And the next slide is about the composition of an autonomous vehicle system. We can see the left side of the picture. They explain about the composition very briefly. And of course, we have kind of GPS to know where is it by the satellite. And there are two sensors, LiDAR and also radar. So this means the light detection and ranging. And also there are two sensors. One is the camera and the second one is ultrasonic sensors. So they can detect the obstacles or human and other vehicles. And of course they have some central computer, but yeah, this is very, very basic compositions. So, and the third one is the rank of an autonomous vehicle company. This year, the Navigant research released at a self-driving car report, and the criteria is about autonomous driving skill, future value and sustainability, and production strategies, and etc. And you can see the Google Waymo and GM Cruise and Ford autonomous vehicles are ranked at the top position as a leader. And surprisingly, the Tesla is very famous, but Tesla was very low. And I wonder why the Tesla is low, and they rank because in the beginning of this year, they announced they will make 100 autonomous vehicle with some kind of taxi brand, but finally they couldn't make it, so the level was very low. Here are some pros and cons, and definitely you can imagine the first pros is reduction of traffic jam and improving the convenience and protect the environment things. And the cons is, of course, the safety is the first concerns. And this picture is a car accident. The Tesla crushed into a police car this year, and the driver was a doctor, and he said he sat on the autopilot and he watched some YouTube, but finally he got an accident. And also when accident happened, the handling and responsibilities is unclear now. So that kind of issues are remaining. And of course, unemployment of driving related employees is concerns. Okay, this is my last page. In the future, the autonomous vehicle may become a daily routine. So maybe currently there are a lot of companies who make kind of strategy and development of the technology. New era will become early. And for your information, level 3 self-driving cars can be sold in Korea from July. And the industry says it's expecting a full autonomous drive time of the end of 2030. Okay, this is my end of my presentation, and thank you for listening.
Kevin, thank you so much. Well, I have tons of questions, learned a lot, but let me open up the floor to the class first. Who would like to ask Kevin a question or perhaps make a comment about the content? Actually, let's do it this way. If you have a question, please type it into the chat, and then I will let Kevin choose. All right, so Kevin, you can choose which questions you want to answer because we may not have time for all of them. By the way, thank you for notifying about the sound. I think that the video had enough captions where we didn't need the sound, but I also noticed that.
Yeah, actually, I'm not a professional about the vehicle, but
Hyunbei, that is so funny.
yes.
Well, not if you're a dog lover. Jessica's probably not laughing about that one, but
There are two options. Okay.
yeah.
In fact, I'm laughing about that one.
Oh, you are okay. But what if it was latte? You wouldn't be laughing, right?
If
Is
that
la-
if that 100 in that 100 dog, if my dog is not included, I don't care actually. If I'm not the one person.
right. You're acting in self-interest, which is the first principle of economics, right? All right. Okay, so Kevin, you see a few questions here. You can pick one, or if we have time, we'll do more. So start with the one that you want to answer, the most or is easiest or whatever.
Yeah, first question from Professor. Yeah, they project or yes, they project 10 billion vehicles are hit the road.
Yeah, you said they projected 10 million would hit the road by 2020. We're almost at the end of this year, so I'm just curious how many have actually hit the road.
I will research right after
okay.
the
Well,
class.
no, actually, so that's why we have these questions, Kevin. If you don't know the answer right away, then don't worry about it. Some of them you can talk more than others. So just pick another one if you don't want to. Yeah, maybe someone else can research it. Why don't you hire somebody here in the class? Hey, look it up. Do we have a research assistant? Can we have a research assistant volunteer? Kevin, why don't you pick somebody?
I think Jerry will good.
All right, Jerry, you've been hired. Please look
Yeah.
up how many AVs have hit the road
Yeah.
and get back to us, okay? All right. Kevin, continue. Thank you, Jerry.
I think the Peter's question maybe effect on the steel industry. That's very hard to question because I think everybody can buy some vehicle, but if the accident will reduce, so nobody could buy how can I say, after the crash, somebody can buy a new car, but because of the reduction in accident, nobody can buy kind of the annually thing. So maybe it affect to reduce the industry thing, I think. And Professor, you asked how reduce the traffic jam because the autonomous vehicle can, how can I say? Yeah, automatically stop the car. So they can reduce kind of the human error, or so they
okay.
said they can imagine 90% reduction in accidents.
So I guess to answer that question, we have to know what causes traffic jams. And so you're saying that because I'm guessing I understand if you carpool that there are fewer cars, maybe that's going to reduce jams. But if they're the same number of cars, are you telling me that the jams are caused because the reaction time in braking and going and braking over time that creates the jam? I don't understand how it could be more efficient than human drivers, in a significant way. I understand like in little ways, but not in a significant way. Maybe you can
Really?
explain better.
I misunderstood the jam because I thought traffic
Oh.
accident.
Oh, okay. No, that's not what I mean. Yeah. The
Ah,
traffic jam, like too many cars on the road, nobody's moving, right?
really? Yeah. But I think, can you see this slide? If the every vehicle become an autonomous vehicle, they may be driving just like kind of the train. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah. I believe it in theory. I just I wasn't sure if that's what you meant. Okay, now I understand. Yeah. Like in real life, cars go like this, little bit and a little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit, right? But it's
Yeah,
gonna be
that's
like this, right? Like constant. Okay.
that's right.
All right.
Can AV
We
do
got time for
parallel?
one or two questions. Mhm.
Yeah, I want to answer the Jessica's question. AV do parallel parking? Yeah, of course. I think only the level 2 autonomous vehicle can park the parallel parking. Even the T park, T자 parking, because yeah, my car is not that much good, but she has some skills, the autonomous parking system, so it is of course possible, I think. uh,
Okay, no more time for any new questions. So let's just take one more from the questions that have already been written.
yeah, the last question is about Inyoung, and he said need a driver license in the future. Yeah, I I definitely think so, because yeah, this is a concept car, and they said actually the car is not a driven car, so they can sleep and they can have a talk with their passengers, I think. So maybe the driver license will be gone in the future, I think so. And this is quite fancy, I think, because when you have kind of troll or some chairs, kind of, you can just pull out like this. And this is not just design. The company made this kind of business model right now, so I think it will be changed.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much for your presentation. How about a round of applause once more? Okay. We
Thank you very
have
much.
about, we got about 4 minutes to give some evaluation. Before I do that, Jerry, you did do some research. I want to report what he said. Thank you for your help. Jerry mentioned that Tesla said that there's about 80% reduction in accidents, according to the Automotive Research Center in Germany. Okay. I guess maybe, Jerry, you misunderstood the question. I just wanted to know how many cars, AVs, are on the road in 2020. That's all I wanted to know.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's okay. We're going to move on to evaluation. Does anyone want to say something positive about the presentation? Just real quickly. You can write or speak. Positive evaluation.
I think like the his slides, the visual aids are pretty well organized and then
Yes.
easy to understand, and pictures are chosen very well.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Keep it coming. Thank you, Peter. Anyone else? Maybe you're typing? Cool topic of the days. Okay. Yeah. Namgi, do you mean like cool topic of the days, like of modern society? Do you mean like these days?
Yes, for
It's
this.
relevant?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It is definitely a hot topic for our day and age, you might say. Jessica loves the pictures. Okay, does anyone have a critique or suggestion to have made this better? You know, anytime that you want to ask a question, I recommend this to everybody. I think it's good to use the chat. So a simple question could have been, how many different like kinds of, okay, no, not that. How many different levels of autonomous cars are there? And then people can just guess, because I don't think most of us knew there were 5, right? Maybe you did know there were 5, but we don't know unless you give some interaction. So let people do a little answer with that. Or you might say, what company was the highest rated? And almost everyone will say Tesla. And then it'll be even more surprising. Oh my God, then you show us the graphic. Like actually it's Google Waymo, right? That
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
really interesting, because when people respond and then they find out that they were wrong, it's a little bit more memorable than just someone telling you, oh, that Google Waymo is up here and then Tesla's down here. But still, it was memorable for me, because I also thought it's interesting because Tesla gets all the coverage and attention. I've never heard of Waymo. Of course, we heard of Google. I've never heard of Waymo.
Yeah, that's right. I got it.
Yeah, but overall, it was really well done. I don't have anything to add. Anybody else?
Actually, I'm preparing the Tesla project with Jerry in the marketing management class.
Ah,
Yeah, you mentioned the Tesla. I'm so surprising. I need to study more about Tesla from now.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
sounds like Tesla marketing gets an A+, and Tesla research development gets a bad grade. All right. Well, we're going to move on then. So once again, Kevin, thank you. And let's go straight to our next presenter, shall we? So, oh, you can stop recording.